You don't know who I am!
We're using that one. Hello. You don't know who I am, but today we're gonna go to SideQuest Expo. That's right. It used to be the, what do we call it? The Portland Retro Video Game Swap Meet. But it's been taken over by a local game shop, so now it's SideQuest Expo. Let's go see what we can find. Here we are, SideQuest Expo. Let's go. You know, I bet we're gonna find some pretty good stuff. As you'll see throughout the video, there's some pretty good amounts of Xbox 360 and PS3 games. You know, those consoles are getting pretty old now, so it's about time to start thinking of them as retro. As you see, there's just a little bit of art here to be found, but that's pretty cool. We don't have to rely on Comic-Con only to get this, so it was great to see. Oh man, that Game Boy box was beautiful, and it was full of Game Boy goodness. You know, wish I would have pulled the trigger on that one when you look back on it. Really awesome to see. A simple Nintendo Zapper here, but you know, I really don't ever see the box because any of the consoles I've seen for Nintendo has been full on the control set, so this was really neat to see how it looked by itself. Plenty of loose cart SNES games. Boy, you know, one day I just need to buckle down and buy as many as I can. Or do I need to buckle down and buy as many SNES boxed games as I can? Because, I love the boxes for SNES. Look at those. Beautiful. This gold mine of loose little games here came too early, and then I forgot which booth it was at, so I was not able to go back and pick any of these up. The prices weren't bad, and they had some decent titles in there that I would like to have added to the collection. But, you know, maybe next time. Timmy! I actually have very little GameCube games for my GameCube, even though I've had it since the early 2000s. So I really need to add to that. Here we go. Let's see what we can find. Handheld gaming is probably my favorite. I just love those little boogers. So good. So good. I do need 2 more N64 controllers. And those atomic purple ones sure were pretty. Someday I'll pull that trigger. The Super Game Boy player, something we need, but all 3 of these are for parts only. Maybe I should try my luck, see if I can make one out of all 3. Oh my gosh, here it is. Grail alert, the Naruto GBA. We have been looking for this for a long time, since we last saw it years ago. Oh, other than that, look at all that sea of portable goodness. I would love to add each of those to the collection. Oh, look at all that Genesis goodness. All those games. All those boxed beautiful pieces that need to be added to my collection. Yep, time to win the lottery. Here's a Grail item, but not for me yet. Nope, more handheld goodness incoming. 3DS, great system. PSP, awesome system. Just, yeah, you put it in my hands like that and it's portable, I'm gonna love it. Ah, the NES Max. I always wanted this controller, just like I always wanted the Advantage. I finally have an Advantage, now I just need to pick up a Max. But not this one right now. PlayStation Vita games were very little short supply and hard to find at this expo, so seeing this was great, but I already spent quite a bit of money, so I didn't grab this one yet. Yeah, I do need to grab the Metroid Dread Collector's Edition. As you know, they were all sold out pretty much instantly once it was announced, and I missed it, so sometime soon I'm going to have to pull that trigger again for that one. I don't know what was going through my mind at this time, but I should have picked up all these PSP games right here. They were decently priced, but well, I guess we'll save it for next time. We'll grab them then, right? Right? Oh God, I hope they're there again. Well, as you see, we have someone here who is a Sims fan, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, watching this now, I probably should have made him an offer for $5 or $10 for the whole box, and then we could have seen really what was in there. Could have been fun. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't pick up any NES games this year, although there were several titles out there that I saw that I do need for my collection at the time. Oh man, why did I skip over them? Start picking up your PS1 games right now because they are starting to increase in price across the board, everything. So, just a warning, grab them now when you see them. Oh man, look at these blistered and carded Star Wars games. Are these cool or what? I mean, there's nothing else to say other than that these are awesome. My N64 collection is pretty lacking as well. I should probably get some of these sometime. Ah, yes, Guitar Hero for the Nintendo DS. You know, I think we have 2 of those here at home. I think there's 2 different ones. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, here are some big GameCube heavy hitters. These are beautiful as well. Boy, wouldn't you like to add these to the collection? Oh man, look at the Street Fighter 25th Anniversary Collection. This is awesome. Not a bad price, but I really don't have anywhere to put something that large at the moment. Funko Pops, are you in or are you out? Not too many to be seen here this time. And here we are. We're going to see 2 titles, 2 games here that bring back so many memories that are filled with so much nostalgia for me. Oh man, Might and Magic 2. Oh my gosh, I played this for countless amount of hours. And then you'll see Bard's Tale 2 as well. Wow. Oh my gosh, that game was so amazing. I lost myself in that. So much fun to relive those days. The N64 had some amazing colors that they also released, and look at these. Look at these. Let's get them. Let's get them all. Uh-oh, Sims alert. Yeah, right now you should be collecting for your PlayStation 2 and your original Xbox because there are plenty of games still out there, but prices are going to start increasing, you know, within the next couple of years for sure. But you can still find things right now in excellent and wonderful condition and for very reasonable prices. I would strongly advise start collecting, start grabbing them, start picking them up if you are interested. Hey, let's go ahead and grab these 4. Perfect. Sounds good. Soon. Yes, soon I will add a 6-switch Atari VCS to the collection again. Oh, boy. My first gaming machine. Lots of memories. And time for a water break. Time to stay hydrated. Got lots of booths to visit, still plenty more to look at. Here we go. Sibs alert! Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Pikachu version of the N64, but again, look at the other colors that they had. God, I love those colors. Here's a Grail item, the TurboGrafx 16. Boy, that is surely getting out of my price range. Not too many strategy guides to be found out here this time at the expo, but we'll take what we see. Full meal deal here for the Bleach Wii game, but well, unfortunately we leave it behind. Maybe the next one. Oh, look at that. PlayStation 1 long boxes. I should have grabbed these because, you know, these prices are going to do nothing but go up from here. Harry Potter. Oh my, some boxed GBA games. Well, let's take a look and see which ones we end up with. Let's just take them all. matter what system or console you own, you should always have an R-Type game. There it is. Final Fantasy Origins for the PlayStation 1. And I didn't pick it up. Oh my gosh. Why? What was I thinking? Well, okay. I wasn't thinking. Oh, if you see Front Mission 4 and you don't own Front Mission 4, then you buy Front Mission 4. Oh my gosh, look, it's Tiny Tank. Oh, and I didn't even buy it. And I say I love tanks. Wow, how disappointing. There is always a Steel Battalion command console at any con or expo that you go to. Still pretty cool to see. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful G.I. Joe Atari 2600 box. Endgame, look at that. Oh, that box is wonderful. That is great. Ah, man, if I wouldn't already spent everything, I would have grabbed that. Oh, and then look, next to it, up there is Kroll. Oh my gosh. You know what? I know you love the movie as much as I do. As cheesy and fun as can be. And the Death Stranding baby, yeah, that's always here as well. I mean, at any con and expo you go to. Creepy. And here we have a modded Nintendo GameCube that does not need the disc to play from the Game Boy player. So it's pretty cool. Also, that screen on top there, oh, that would be awesome to have at some point. But yeah, I'm not too much into modding my systems. Need an amiibo? This booth had plenty of amiibos, but yeah, those are things I have not started collecting. I have a couple, but not enough to call it a collection. Oh my gosh, Grail alert. All right, here I go and actually pull the trigger and get one. I finally bring home the Master System for the collection. Wow, it's been years in the want. Hey, I couldn't pass up this opportunity to get a picture with a beautiful Crash statue with my awesome Crash Bandicoot shirt. Here we go. Okay, wow. Well, that was crazy. Ended up spending a lot more than we thought, but you know, got some good Grail things we're looking for. Gotta say, wow, that was a good time. We got a lot of good stuff, and we'll go over it all here at the end. Wow, what a day. We found quite a bit, and we also picked up 2 Grail items. That's right, the chase items that we've been looking for a while. And, you know, we'll get to those at the very end of this, but those are ones that each item we've been looking at for, you know, to get for a few years now. And then when we saw them, we went ahead this time and pulled the trigger and grabbed them because they were pretty good price. Everything else we got here, as you'll see, came in at decent prices. So let's get right to it and let's see what we got. Hold up, wait, stop. So what you'll see here we've got for the collection are all wonderful full meal deal things. No filler, no empty calories here. A couple of the items even were supersized that came with stuff came with some things that we were not expecting. So let's get into it. We'll start here with the Game Boy Advance. Starting off with the Game Boy Advance here. 2 beautiful box games. First off, Spy Hunter. We are a Spy Hunter family. We do love our Spy Hunters. And this was great to pick up for the Game Boy Advance. Like you see, still in its plastic. And it's awesome instruction manual with a cool little advert on the back side. Then the other guy for Game Boy Advance we got was Zapper, One Wicked Cricket. This one just looked fun. Fun little graphics, great colors, looks cool. Again, nice in the original plastic. We got the instruction manual, which is nice and full of color. when you get to it. And then this game had a little bit of an extra. It had a poster inside for Zapper. There you go. He's one wicked cricket. That's cool. That's cool for the collection. Again, we'll stick with the handhelds as we move up to the next one. We love our handheld devices here. So we were able to find a few more PSP games. Never enough PSP games, right? Such a great little handheld. First off, we've got Puzzle Quest. Yep, Puzzle Quest just looks like a nice match game with some cool RPG or, adventure stuff tied into it. Then we've got Prince of Persia. Here we go. Awesome. This one is, what was this? Rival Swords. Sure. Not one that I know, but one that I will gladly play because it is Prince of Persia. Great series. And last for the PSP was a Natsume game, which their games always pull me in and just draw my attention, and that is Adventures to Go. It's still sealed. We'll see how long that seal lasts. As you'll see on the back here, it's already falling apart, but it's kind of looks like a grid-based tactical game, and so that's right up my alley. Yep. Then we go up to the PS1, and you know what? PS1 used to be nice and cheap to find things for, but those prices are now starting to climb. So there were a few items and a few games that we saw for the PS1 that might have needed to pounce on now, but we found so many other things that we didn't. But first one here is Fade to Black. I don't know very much about this game other than what I've read here on the back. Interesting. And this was an interesting... And this was an interesting, as you see, a dual pack, right? But there's only one CD in here, so I guess it's just big here for, must have a large manual. Well, the manual isn't too bad. You open up to the back for just one disc. So interesting that they went with the large double disc container. And then the other PS1 game we were able to grab was Colony Wars. I think there were, 2 or 3 of them for the PlayStation 1. Yeah. Fun stuff. Great space game. So cool to get this one to add it to the collection. Like I said, all these have been very, very good for the collection. And then as we all know, the GameCube is getting ridiculous to find, not just find anything for, but to be able to afford anything that you do find. But we got a couple, and here we get to them. We've got 18-wheeler. All right, enjoy the convoy. Yeah, big rig games are pretty darn cool. And we got everything here. Again, like I said, no filler. And then we got Wave Race Blue Storm. This will be a lot of fun. It is a 4-player racing game. And inside is beautiful. Look at that instruction booklet. Okay, that is a beautiful instruction booklet. Great to get. One vendor we found had a great deal on a bunch of PS2 games, and some of these I didn't know I needed until I saw them. And first of those were Terminator 3: Rise of the Machine. Look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Pristine on the inside as well. Good stuff. Then we got Rune Viking Warlord. This one I don't know anything about. So that always makes it fun when you're gonna jump into a game where you don't know anything about it. But that is just beautiful inside as well, hardly touched. Then we've got one, I grabbed this one because the artwork looked really neat. And so it's the Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Maybe you know something about this one. THQ from back in the day, so it could be pretty decent. Oh, and this one came with a bit of an extra. This was this guy was supersized. We got a, what do you call this? The Prima's official hint book, mini hint book here. That came with the whole thing. There you go on the inside. You see how beautiful that is. Barely used, barely touched. Looks great. So that was a fun find. Like finding that. And then the last PS2 game we grabbed was Rogue Ops. Yeah. Yep. Looks pretty interesting. There we go. Again, will be one to get into and have fun. Let's take a look at the inside of that. Look at that. Again, just this place was full of great PS2 games that were just like that. Beautiful and priced very well. Okay, so let's get to the first of the Grail items, and that is, without further ado, the, I can't butcher it this time. How do we hold on for a second. How do we really say it? We got the Naruto Game Boy Advance. Yep. We went ahead. This is when we went ahead and pulled the trigger on. This isn't a reshell or anything. It's the real deal. And it is just beautiful. With hardly any wear or tear or scratches. And it does work just fine. And the cool thing about it as well was it came with a couple of games. But yeah, this is just one we've been looking at for a while for the collection. Because like I said, we love handhelds here. And we finally saw it. And we finally saw it for a great price. So we just had to pull the trigger finally on this one and add it. It is welcome here in our home, and this is good. This is a great addition to have. Right? Right. And last, here's another really big one for the collection, for the ad. Again, it's been a few years. Been looking at many eBay listings, and then knowing I was probably never going to find this out in the wild during a garage sale hunting period, or even at Goodwill or anything. So I went ahead and grabbed it at the very end when I knew I couldn't resist anymore. And that is finally a Sega Master System. Now I need to clean it up a little bit, but there it is. And this one came with, you know, all the cables we needed for everything. Also came with one controller, which is great. Start off with at least one. And it came with the light phaser, the zapper gun for the Sega. It was a big purchase for me, big purchase for the collection, because it's something we've been slowly accumulating some games for, and I've been really wanting to add to, and I'm so glad, so happy we finally got this, so we can clean it up, plug it in, and start playing some of the old Master System goodness. Yeah. Wow, what a haul we had. As you saw, it was a little bit of everything from everywhere. There was hardly anything to do with the Atari Jaguar, unfortunately. You saw a little bit during that video before all the pickup here that the few things we did see for the Jaguar were pretty spending pricey, so I was not able to find anything there for that collection of ours. But the rest of the stuff here, like I said, is all great for the collection. No filler, no empty calories here. Nothing but good stuff. We're happy, we're excited. All right, and thank you for watching. And we had a great time at this year's SideQuest Expo. We'll see you next video. And as always, game on.